Mouse was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 I'ma say the definition. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come.
Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are on the end zone for a touchback. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott down. And his throw is incomplete. Grant Delpit makes that play defensively. You look at this Browns defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. The Browns hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Once again, Judkins. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch it, hey. We go 47. 47. It was on the 54. Wide in. 26.
Now Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
The game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 46. Yeah! Here we go! Riley!
And again, it's Prescott. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
There's a short one caught by Fannin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
You look at this Steeler defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try to run it like crazy? Or do you challenge it? This is going to be fun.
And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Browns
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Give up the middle, Jenkins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, so that's going to lead to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Green off the play fake. That is caught. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Looking to throw. Green setting up a screen for Jenkins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Let's go. Cougar 79 Broncos.
Green, off play action. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Cowboy 80. Seven Pirates. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun, Green. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Green. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. Bernard shows the agility. He is out of bounds right around the 34. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Kill. 27.
Prescott to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Operating from the gun. Green. It'll go as a gain of 4. And then 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Green. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. He's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 105 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Green. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then you're done.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Alex Highsmith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Green. Will try and do this himself. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Prescott. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Here now a 3rd and 20. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Kill! 47. We go 47. We go 46. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
18 Rattler.
Green now, throwing to start the drive. Open man, he completes it to Judy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Operating from the gun, Green. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
60 Bison. Scoop.
Off the play fake. Green. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. following the interception. Here's Prescott. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
The kick is good.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Green. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on second down, Prescott.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That play looked off right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit. And ended up making the throw short of the back on the screen attempt. It falls incomplete.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
47.
First down, Steelers.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Prescott. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. Here's Prescott. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Hey, 47. Kill.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ballgame.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. His way through, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right.
And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are back within a score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Yeah, we're going to 54.
Now a toss here, short side. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, 46. Yeah!
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Kill.
He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to roll out extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Green. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? He barely got the first down, but he got it.
Back to throw now on first down.
There's a short one caught by Fannin.
Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Harold Fannin,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Kill! 47!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
We got 46! Kill!
Back to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a threat. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
129 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Okay,
So
ready?
first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Come on, come on.
Going for the knockout. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshawn Judkins, his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns will add to their fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Here's first and 10. Now Dak. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshawn Judkins, 27 yards. And the Browns are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for two here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Prescott now. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. One last shot now for Prescott. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big